In this video, we're going to share to you guys how to handle a tough boss. So obviously this video is for those people who have a tough boss. At the same time, you are in a corporate job and there is a huge chance that your boss is not what you aspire to be, right? I mean, there are just some boss out there that are very tough and they are very they say bad things about you, they say painful things to you, and that is something that we have to handle as well, you know. So in my own way, I also have like some experiences, should I say like an experience in terms of this, but I do also appreciate the process that I went through, because it made me the person of, you know, who I am today. Because there's a huge factor as to how I know, okay, if that's the kind of boss he is, I don't want that to be me when the time comes that I'm going to have people that I'm going to lead, you know. And there are 3 things I want to share to you guys. Number 1 is understand where they are coming from, okay? So as they say in a relationship, as much as possible, when you are in a relationship, you try to understand the person just as much as the person tries to understand you. But in this case, since we are in a corporate job or in a job, what usually happens is you end up understanding your boss instead of the boss trying to understand you, right? Because the boss, they want something to be done, and then you just have to find ways to make it happen. And so we have to do our best as employees to understand where they are coming from. The word is understand, not tolerate all the time, okay? Understand. Most of the time, they have a reason why the boss is acting as such. So if they're happy, there's a reason. Maybe he had closed a sale or something like that. But most of the time, the tough boss is usually the one scolding you all the time. Like, hey, this work is not what I asked you to do. I don't like this report. It has a lot of errors. And then it really doesn't have a lot of errors. It's just one error, but they are exaggerating things because they are mad. Maybe he woke up at the wrong side of the bed or things like that, okay? And so when we understand where they are coming from, it increases our maturity level, so we don't have to like somehow attack the person or respond to the person, but we understand where they are coming from, okay? Most of the time there's a reason, and it's a good plus when we understand the reason why your boss is acting as such. That's the first one. Number 2 is keeping your mouth shut as much as you can. Yes, we don't like to do this, but it usually happens to us, right? I mean, there are times that they're just scolding us like for an hour. Sometimes it runs for 2 hours, and all you can do really is keep your mouth shut because they don't want to listen. If you try to open your mouth and justify what happened, what's the situation, what's the details of the situation, but they are not open to listen to you, and so we have no choice. It's a sad truth, but it's a common practice that we all do. We just keep our mouth shut as much as we can. We conceal the feeling, and then when the meeting is over, when the scolding is over, we go out, we go to the bathroom, we go outside just to clear our minds, right? We shout, we say things like that, because we kept our mouth shut during the meeting as much as we can, and just we go out, you know. So that's one way for us to how to handle a tough boss, because if we're going to like attack back and, you know, say something back, and then he's going to say something back, and then you're going to say something bad, it's going to be one hell of a fight, and we don't want that to happen as well, you know. So keep your mouth shut as much as you can. Number 3 is, this is tough for us to do, but quit and find work elsewhere. Yes, it can be a solution. I mean, like how to handle a tough boss, and then you've been there for quite some time, and then your boss's attitude is really like that. He really wants to humiliate people, scold people without any reason. So you don't have to tolerate it. You can quit and find a job elsewhere. You can find work elsewhere. If not work, it may be you can start your own business, because you don't have to tolerate those kinds of people like a boss, you know. However, some people don't have that audacity to do it because they know that they have bills to pay, which is coming from their salary, which is given by the company, which is run by your boss. Sad to say, but it's a reality that we have to face. And so if you have a chance to start your side hustle, this is one of the reasons why you should start your side hustle and your own business, because you will become your own boss and you have a chance to be better compared to that boss, and you know how not to lead a person. And if not the business, it can be something that you do on the side, like a side job, so that when you don't like this anymore, like I really hate this job and things like that, then you can find work elsewhere, so you don't have to tolerate it. And if you have enough, then you can quit your job and find work elsewhere. So those are the 3 things that we can do in order for us to handle our tough boss. Number 1 is understand. Try to do our best to understand where they are coming from. Maybe they are having a bad day. Maybe he fought with his wife, or something bad happened to his life, or something like that. Or maybe he's just like that, which is the sad part. All right. Number 2 is keep your mouth shut as much as you can. Conceal the feeling, especially if the person doesn't want to hear any reasons, because he's just so mad, he's just so red. Just keep your mouth shut and go out, and then just let it out. Go to the bathroom, go out, and things like that. And number 3 is if you can't tolerate it anymore, you no longer can withstand him, then just quit and find a job elsewhere or start your own business. If this video helped you out in any way, don't forget to like this video and leave your thoughts in the comment section, and we'll definitely read and respond to you. And most of all, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and activate that bell icon so that every time we have new videos, you will get notified. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you on the next video.